So, guys, let's continue from where we stop. Is your girl study smart with me as always? So, under Surds, we stopped on how to. We talked about the basic concept of Surd, how to divide numbers, like separate them, like root 252, for example. How we separated them, we get perfect square. We shall talked about the basic stuff in our last video. So, this video, I'm going to move on to another part of Surd. They can ask you that you should write these numbers in single Surd form. What does it mean? Make them become one. Like, make them become one again, not separated like this. That's the meaning of single Surd form. Okay, so the first one, 5 root 6. 5 can also be root 25 if you agree. Anyone thinking there? Root 25 now. What is it? 5. So root 25 is the same thing as 5. So don't forget our root 6 that was there before. So just multiply the two. 25 times 6 is what? You press your calculator. I think that's 150. So this is the single Surd form they are talking about. Simple. Let's move to the B part of the question. They said 4 root 7. 4 can also be root 16. What is root 16? 4. So it's the same thing. Then write back your root 7 that was there before. 16 by root 7. 16 by 7, sorry, not root 7. The root sign you pick one of the root signs to cover everything. So 16 by 7 is what? 112. So this is the answer. That meaning that 5 root 6 is also root 150. And 4 root 7 is also root 112. Easy. So guys, let's move on to another tough part of Surd. So example 3 now. They say we should simplify this. Sorry about the following I wrote. The question is root 128 minus 2 root 72 plus root 32 plus root 8. We should simplify it. So what to do now? Let me just tell you the basic thing you are going to do in this type of question. You are going to break it down to the smallest form. Like you break it down to something like this. That the number under the root sign won't be able to, it's going to be a non-perfect square. That it won't be able to be divided, to be able to be turned to a normal number like this. Root 7 now, we can't get a perfect number from it. Root 6, we can't get a perfect number. So let's start. Me now, what I'm going to do with this question now, I'm going to divide. I noticed that in each number under the root sign, 2 can go in them. So 128 divided by 2 is 64. 72 divided by 2 is 36. 2 can also go here, 2 can go here. And you notice that, 128 divided by 2, I got 64. 2 is not a perfect square, but 64 is a perfect square. Okay. 72 divided by 2, 36. 36 is a perfect square. 32 divided by 2, that's 16. 16 is a perfect square. 8 divided by 2, 4. 4 is a perfect square. So the question is solved already. So let's just finish that up. So from what I said already, divided each one by 2. That will be 64 times 2 minus 2. There's a 2 outside there already. Root. Be careful of the sign when solving. 36 times 2 plus root 16 times 2 plus root 4 by 2. So now we're going to do root 64. You separate the roots numbers by root 2 minus 2 root 36 by root 2 plus root 16 by root 2 plus root 4 by root 2. Okay, we're getting somewhere. That because root 64 is what? 8. 8 times 8 will give you 64. So multiply by root 2. Just write the answer straight. 8 root 2 minus 2. You know 2 was already outside. Let me introduce brackets. Root 36 is 6. You know 6 by 6 is 36. The root 2, just place beside it. 6 root 2 plus root 16 is 4. Place the root 2 that was there already with it. Plus root 4 is 2. Place root 2 beside it. That be equals to 8 root 2. This 2 outside will multiply with this. It can't multiply the root sign. It's only root sign that can multiply anything root sign. If it was that it was root 2, yeah, it will only multiply this one. But since there's no root sign, it's a plain number, it will multiply the plain number. So minus 2 by 6 is what? 12. Root 2 plus 4 root 2 plus 2 root 2. Since everything is root 2, just ignore it. We're going to just pick one of the root sign. So now, all the one with plus, you know this is plus 8 root 2 plus 4 root 2 and plus 2 root 2. Undo them first. Ignore the root signs there. 8 plus 4 plus 2 is what? 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 2 is 14. That will be 14 root 2. Now bring the one with minus down here. Minus 12 root 2. 14 minus 12 is what? 2. Then pick one of the root 2. This is our final answer. So that's all for this video. We'll meet again in the next class. We're going to talk about rationalization and conjugate pair.